This incredible story happened in Russia. One frosty morning in Siberia, Andrei Musienko was taking a walk in the nearby forest when he heard an unusual noise. Curious, he followed the sound, which didn't seem too far away. Soon enough, he found the source, a small, frightened animal huddled against a tree. It was a puppy, barely a few weeks old. Andrei couldn't fathom why anyone would abandon such a helpless creature in the middle of the forest. The sight broke his heart. He moved closer to the trembling puppy and gently picked it up. Holding it tightly in his arms, he hoped his warmth would help the poor hypothermic animal. Andrei rushed home, pulled out some blankets, and wrapped up the freezing puppy. After a few minutes, the puppy stopped shaking and seemed to be feeling better. Although Andrei had only known the puppy for a few hours, he could tell he had already gained its trust. He decided to keep the puppy. But what happened next was beyond his wildest imagination. The puppy was a female, and Andrei named her Akila. Over the next few months, Akila grew rapidly. Andrei noticed that his new pet had a huge appetite from the very beginning, and it only seemed to grow. He knew that young animals need plenty of nutrients, but Akila's eating habits continued to surprise him. As Akila grew taller, her facial features sharpened and her body became broader. One thing that increasingly puzzled Andrei was Akila's breed. It was a mystery he couldn't solve. Andrei showed pictures and videos of Akila to his friends, many of whom were dog owners, but they were just as baffled. Desperate for answers, Andrei sought out an animal expert and asked for a personal meeting. When they met, the expert's jaw dropped. Andrei had believed all along that he was raising a dog, only to discover that Akila was actually a wolf, a Eurasian gray wolf, one of the largest wolf species on Earth. With this shocking revelation, Andrei faced a tough decision. News of the man raising a she-wolf spread quickly, and soon the local zoo was bombarding him with calls and emails, urging him to hand Akila over. They were eager to acquire a tamed wolf of this rare species, which would undoubtedly attract many visitors. However, Andrei was wary of zoos and reluctant to part with Akila. Releasing Akila back into the wild wasn't an attractive option either. Some people worried about the safety of Andrei and his neighbors, but Andrei feared for Akila's survival. She had never learned to navigate the wilderness or hunt for food, and would likely starve to death. Additionally, poachers in the area would jump at the chance to capture such a rare wolf. Despite the pressure, Andrei refused to let Akila go. Akila had spent so much time with Andrei and had adapted to her new lifestyle. It didn't feel right to give her away. Andrei decided to follow his heart and keep the she-wolf. But the story took an unexpected turn when local authorities got involved. They argued it wasn't safe to keep a wolf in a residential area and insisted she needed to be housed in an appropriate enclosure. Despite Andrei's efforts to explain the deep bond he shared with Akila, the authorities remained firm. Without the financial means to build a suitable enclosure, Andrei had no choice. Wildlife officials arrived with a truck to take Akila away. Andrei watched, heartbroken, as his beloved wolf was loaded into a transport cage and driven off. Akila, confused and frightened, arrived at the wildlife station and was placed in an enclosure. Over time, Akila's condition worsened. She avoided contact with other wolves and spent most of her time lying in a corner. Andrei visited her regularly, but it was clear she was unhappy. Unable to bear seeing Akila's sadness, Andrei decided to take action. He shared their story on social media, describing their first meeting, their time together, and the injustice of Akila's captivity. The story spread like wildfire, touching hearts worldwide. People were moved and eager to help, donating generously to finance a proper enclosure for Akila. In no time, Andrei had enough funds to build a large, species-appropriate enclosure. After long negotiations, Andrei received a special permit to keep wolves and was allowed to bring Akila back home. The reunion was indescribable. Akila couldn't contain her joy, and Andrei was over the moon. In her familiar surroundings, Akila immediately felt more lively and happy. Since then, Andrei has built even more enclosures and rescued more wolves, who now live together with Akila in the specially built sanctuary. Their incredible bond and journey have not only changed their lives, but also inspired countless people around the world. If this video brought a smile to your face, please leave your thoughts in the comments section and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this.